Hi guys, my name is MP and today I bring you a new guide for Sweden, Elector and Lion of the North. As you all know, Sweden is located very far in the north of Europe and additionally was one of the major focuses of Paradox for the latest update, Lion of the North. I will walk you through how to become an Elector until the 1480s, a kingdom, and additionally we will dominate the Baltics and the Lubic trade route in the first 50 years. But before we start, we have to become independent because, as you know, Sweden is a junior partner in the Kalmar Union under Denmark, and that's our first step, right? We need to become independent. Our mission tree is very supportive in gaining independence. So we have first 3 to 4 missions in the first row are helping us basically to become independent. So that's what we will do now. We first start with support from the estates. So to take off the mission, we have to give 3 privileges to each kind of estate. We start with a rich estate for the clergy. Additionally, we give out the religious diplomats. And for the third one, we will take actually something very, very unusual, but I will explain you why in a second. We will take out church sanctuaries. With that, we have 3 powers to the estate for the clergy. We do the same for nobility. We give our primacy of the nobility, increased levies, and additionally supremacy over the crown. For the burghers, we will not give out land of the commerce because we can't. We give out patronage of our arts, indebted to the burghers, we need the money, and private trade fleets. With that, our estates are done. We summon the diet and take a mission you like. For example, the Pope could be normally number 4 mission or whatever you like. I will take the clergy mission for now. And afterwards, seize land. With that done, our first mission is done too. So support for the estates. Now, here's a lovely option. Right, you can choose between the nobility, burghers or clergy. Nobility will give us a discounted discipline guy, the burghers will give us 10 galleys, and the clergy will give us 200 papal influence. We have to pay them back later. Nobility is very easy. We have to have an up-to-date fort in Stockholm and to earn. So you can always read what are the little ones to pay back. I will go for the clergy part because I think in the beginning getting 200 papal influence and a cardinal is very powerful. We will use these kind of powers immediately. We get levy church tax, bless the ruler, sanction the dynasty, and send papal legate. So now we have already 4 buffs running. No other country in the world can do that from day one. Next thing what we will do is to accomplish next mission, we will hire the free company, because we need to have an army size of 100 person to kick off the Engelbrecht rebellion. Next thing what we do is we hire a mill guy. It could be a moral guy, it could be a discipline guy, whatever works for you. I don't have one level 1, so I will go for the land force limit modifier. Next thing what we do is we additionally hire an advisor for the admin part. We get a production efficiency guy. You can hire whatever you want, just level 1 guy, because we will be not very good with the admin point in the beginning. With that done, we already have done the next mission, the military advice. Clicking that, we get a new leader. We get Johann Vardar, and this guy will be our future king. We put him in charge of our army now. We move our army down here to the bottom part, to the south part of Sweden. And what we will do is, now we will take our fleet to Stockholm. And additionally, we will build galleys in every province that we have available. To build up the galleys, it will take roughly a year. And within this year, we will do the next mission. The next mission is about getting support or having allies who help us with the independence. England is normally a very good candidate, so we ask him immediately. We have 100 relations with them, good. The next candidate could be Lithuania, Poland, Novgorod, Bohemia, Burgundy, sometimes even Austria. In my case, it's Poland. So with Poland, we improve relation until it's 100. There are no other possibilities, sadly, in my game. so there's no other rival who would like to support us, because Burgundy sadly is not rivaled to Denmark. For now we will support relations only with Poland and with England, and additionally with Austria. We will wait 1 year to have 100 relations and then we hit the next button. In my game, Poland is not getting a PU over Lithuania. That sounds bad, because there is a future mission where we can become the king of Poland, and if Poland is leading the personal union with Lithuania and even Hungary, it would be very amazing for us. But in our case, it's not that case. But nevertheless, we will have our slice of Lithuania and Poland anyhow. Sometimes there is this rebellion of Swedish pretender rebels. It always hits you in Stockholm and somewhere else in Sweden. I have not found a trigger reason for that. It just happens randomly. It could be an event triggered by Sweden. So if that happens, you have to beat them up, or they will basically end the personal union over Denmark, and this would be bad for us because we want to have some territories of Denmark in our independence war. Thank you, Denmark, for cleaning us and helping us killing the rebels. We will move our army back down to the Skaneland. Additionally, move your full fleet to Stockholm and merge them over there, because from there we will basically attack Denmark. You additionally can now finish the Engelbrecht rebellion. They get lots of manpower. We will need that for independence war. Additionally, support us for the Swedish independence is now possible. This mission actually, for the professional players, you can go for the second option where nobody is willingly to support you. It makes the game a little bit tougher, but you get an amazing manpower recovery speed for the time where you run the independence war. But for an easier game, we need every support we can find. Though that will make Poland support your case for independence. Now they are supporting us too. And actually that's very good, because Denmark usually allies Teutonic Order, so the Polish people can take care about the Teutonic Order. And that another good thing is, if they are involved with the Teutonic Order, that will prevent them in 1449 to attack them. So basically we prolong the war between Poland and the Teutonic Order. That gives us more time later to attack them. So let's get ready for the independence war. Our army is gathered. Our fleet is ready. We will just hire an admiral that will support our fleet. We will put our fleet now in the front of the Teutonic Order so that this fleet cannot exit. We now attack Denmark. They have Bremen, Verden and Teutonic Order on their side. On our side we have Burgundy, Poland and England. Burgundy, we were lucky because they had one relation with us too, and now they're supporting our case for independence. So we will lose one stability in the moment we declare war, but at the same time we get a next mission where we basically get one stability, so it's very easy. Just hit the next button and win the war now. It will be an easy war because you have a lot of supporters in the war. We will try to get the full of Skaneland in the Lund region. As you can see, in my war, Poland is keeping the Teutonic Order busy, and additionally it's weakening themselves. So this is very good for us because we don't want a strong Poland in this game. Always improve relation with Austria, because Austria will be our next stepstone into the HRE, and for that it is very important that we keep them happy. And yeah, we just need a lot of relations. One good thing is about 1.34, Paradox did an amazing job. They improved naval invasions. As you could see, England is invading Norway. I really love that. As soon as Lund is fallen, try to move over your fleet to Zeeland and try to get their capital too. It will help you with a war score. Don't forget to use your ships to blockade the strait. Sadly, the Polish army was not strong enough to beat the Teutonic Order. We will ask Denmark for our independence. and additionally we try to get this territory in the south. Nothing else, just some money to pay our debts, and that's it for the war. Thanks a lot for helping me, England, Burgundy and Poland, and let's continue with the next war soon. On a side note, at the end of the war you can make this Vasa guy your king. Do it, he is awesome. What do we do after the first war is won? We will core the provinces on the south and we wait for an opportunity to attack Novgorod, the Livonian Order. Normally Muscovy will attack very soon the Novgorodians, and this will be our chance to get something of their territory too. And we will attack against the Livonians as soon as possible. When the war is done, it's time to delete the forts. You will delete the forts in Elfburg, we don't need it, in Kalmar either, and there's another one in Abu, we don't need that one too. We will later build a fort here in Kayanaland or White Karelia as soon as we've got it, because armies that move from here, from Muscovy, they will move all the way down to Stockholm. It's super annoying. But Viborg and here, a fort over here in this region will block the movement. The fort in the south in Skane will block any kind of movement from here. One more thing, super annoying. Gotland is a pirate republic, usually in the game. Attack them as soon as possible because they will steal your income from the provinces. They will raid your provinces. I have set my rivals now to Denmark, Teutonic Order and Novgorod because something will happen over there. When we attack Livonian orders, they are normally allied with the Teutons. We can call in the Poles in later and humiliate Teutonic Order. So we have a lot of casus bellis and 8 objectives that we can fulfill in a very short amount of time. As soon as the Renaissance spawns, in my case it just happened right now, we will start developing Stockholm. Because Stockholm already has a cardinal, so it's time to bump up this development up to 30. I broke my alliance with Burgundy because Burgundy was rivaled by Austria. Now I have the possibility to ally them. We will do that. And now we have 200 relations with Austria. The next thing what we will do is, we will join the HRE. Currently, the Swedish capital cannot be connected to the empire because we have not called up yet the Skalaland. As soon as that is done, we can join the HRE. 1450, as promised, we can join the HRE now. Our land is now connected via Skalaland with the HRE. The same moment we can hit this kind of button. For that I recommend that you raise your army maintenance because some rebels will spawn. It will change the culture over here from Danish to Swedish, and that's actually something good because it will lower autonomy and it will remove all kind of separatism. You have to just beat up 16 regiments to pop up in Skane. You will lose one stability, but it's very easy to get it back. And now this territory is actually Swedish, and this will not give us any kind of separatism because of the culture. Next thing is, we will fight wars against Novgorod and our neighbors. As you can see, there was a war. Muscovy attacked Novgorod and they fed a lot of provinces to Belozevo, and additionally they freed up Karelia somehow. I think this is a very good chance for us to get our part out of that. We will try to vassalize Karelia, this will be a separate war, and additionally we will afterward attack Novgorod because they own provinces that Karelia is owning or has a claim on. So we will do 2 wars now, one after each other. So my war against Karelia and Novgorod was super quick. It just took me a half year because the provinces, the forts, were not fully defended. So the next thing with what we do is, we will now aim for Livonia because the Teutons currently are ready to fight again, but Poland would like to join too. So we will call in the Polish people to help us against the Livonians. And additionally, we will have the Lithuanians asking for help too. So as you have seen, I'm a little bit juggling with alliances. Sometimes I'm allying them, and then I always curry favors during the peacetime. I additionally was able to complete the mission European Politics. That gave me one additional diplomat, because as long as I'm only a duchy inside of the HRE, I normally would only have 2 diplomats, but thanks to that mission we will have 3. So the next step now is attack the Livonians by calling in the Lithuanians and Polish people, and make these people bleed against the Teutons, and we will humiliate the Teutons afterwards. Well, let's go for it. Let's go for the Teutons. Our fleet will actually blockade here the forts, so that it's easier for us to get down the forts faster. As you know, Riga is normally allied with the Livonians. We will get their province too. It will give us some aggressive expansion, but we don't care what's happening. Nobody cares what's happening in the Baltics, and nobody else will too. As you can see in my game, the Polish people sieged down the Teutonic Order, and I did not even lose one man in that battle. So what we will do is now we separate piece out the Teutons. That is for the humiliate Casus Belli and transfer trade power and war reps. That will make our economy in the Baltic a little bit stronger. Additionally, we complete an age objective, and as soon as we have Stockholm developed to 30, we have 2 age objectives, and we will peace out Riga, get their province, and feed it back into a second to the Livonians as after we vassalized them. Now we vassal them. Get all the money as usual. There will be some aggressive expansion, but nobody really will care. Now feed them province, and now we can additionally give out strong duchies. After the war with the Livonians, we will now change a little bit our diplomatic relations. We will now rival Lithuania. I know we are allied to them, but it is like it is. We don't need allies all the time. So they broke our alliance with us, and we will do very soon 2 missions. One of it will be the Varangians' legacy, actually these old super Vikings that defended the Byzantine Empire. So for that we need to have centralized effort here on these provinces, and this will immediately allow us to click off this. Now we have Varangians' legacy, and the trade provinces will increase, the trade ports. There's another mission, window to the east. We will do not that mission because Livonian Order is currently owning Riga. If we increase it to 2 and afterwards we inherit it, it will go down again by 1. So we don't want that. So our next goal now will be Gotland. For Gotland we have to fight against the Lithuanians. So another possibility to humiliate them, and we are so much stronger than them. We hire our army, build them up, and afterwards we go against Lithuania too. As soon as you feel ready, just attack Gotland. Bad luck for Lithuania. We will humiliate them and get their war in March. The war maybe is dragging on a little bit with the Lithuanians and Gotland, but as mentioned, after 1 or 2 years they should be down. So get their money, war reps, peace them out for now. We will come back later to them. Additionally, never forget if there are any provinces you're interested in. For example, I am very interested in the provinces of Lithuania. Mark them as interest, and your vassal will start making claims on them. So now let's take care of what Gotland. As soon as Gotland is down, it's time to chill a little bit and additionally get ready for the first ID group. I'm almost there. Time for the first ID group, and the first ID group that we will take as Sweden will be quality. With quality you will get 10% infantry combat ability on top of our 20% combat ability, and later we will take as a second ID we will take innovative, and with that in a combination we will have 15% on top of that, and this will allow us to get one achievement. It's called Super Trooper, and I hope you don't have the song now in your head. One little advice: every time after you have conquered, don't forget to lower autonomy. This is a huge pain, especially in Sweden, because you start with a lot of autonomy in your provinces. There will be events during your game time that will help you to lower the autonomy. Just pay attention to it, always lower autonomy, because it will increase your income and your force limit. As I mentioned in the very beginning, that we need to build a certain amount of churches to pay back the debt of the Pope, of our clergy. I already started doing that in our tax-rich provinces, and we will continue building because taxes are actually super good in 1.34. So continue building churches and wait until you have 100 papal influence, and then pay back the debt to the clergy. As soon as you feel ready and the peace deal is over, it's time to attack Denmark. You will use the claims in Norwegian crown casus belli. You will get this after you did this mission, Swedish Scarlet. So attack Denmark and claim the Norwegian crown. Don't forget to block the strait as usual with your ship and just move through it, because it will now very easy for you. When the war with Denmark is over, claim the Norwegian crown. It will give us another aggressive expansion, but most people will not care. Try to keep the peace deal as lean as possible, so don't get for money and anything else, because we will soon attack them again, because until the end of the 15th century we want to end Denmark. So for now, get the Norwegian crown. With the Norwegian crown there's another mission that you can accomplish. It will give you manpower recovery speed and claims on all of the Denmark area. Just pay one attention, do it only if you have 50 relations with Norway to get the little modifier. Ever heard about the joke gold mine in Sweden? It's about Dalsskogen. Dalsskogen is a very strong province that produces copper, and it has an insane modifier and a monument that does +3 local goods produced. During your game, build there a workshop, because as you see it produces a half ducat, and additionally develop it up until 10 during the game, and as soon as you have 10 development there on production and a workshop and 1500 gold, you can click one button and upgrade the monument over there from 3 to 6. This province is insane. Develop it up. Sooner or later you will be able to select your first or purchase your first age ability. Normally I would say go for justified wars. For my guide for the electorship in Sweden, we will go for transfer subject. What we will do is with transfer subject is we will try to create claims down here. We already have some claims here in Brandenburg, so we can immediately start with Magdeburg, jump over here to Brunswick, jump down here to Hesse, Würzburg and Mainz. This is the shortest route. We will later vassalize Mainz, and then we request from Austria the transfer of the electorship, and with that we will become a kingdom again, and we will become an elector. When the second government reform hits in, you will take regional councils. When regional councils is picked, you check for in the development area which provinces have the highest tax rate. So for me, it's, as you can see, it's Abo, Halland, Gotland and so on. So, and Stockholm or Skåne region, of course. We will put here follow text edit on it. And now these provinces will generate some more money. And we really do enjoy that. And with that one, our income goes up from 11.2.4 tax to 13.60 tax. So I think that's a virtual investment, and it's very good, especially in the beginning, until production really hits in. And as you can see, continue building down the claims. As you can see, we have built down a lovely claim road thanks to our HR objective ability down to mines. We will attack mines now with the goal to waterlize them. It doesn't matter which kind of province you go for, just call in all your allies, make it a quick war and waterlize them. During your war with the Elector mines, curry favors with Austria. Right now we have 53 favors because we've joined them a one war and it took some time. We will use all these favors to transfer them for trust. With this kind of trust, we are later able to request the electorate from them. So trade favors for trust. We need in the end 80 trust. My war with mines is over. We separate piece out the other contenders in this war to get some prestige, because never forget, prestige inside of the HRE is very important and reduces aggressive expansion. Additionally, don't forget to continuing currying favors with Austria. Waterlize mines. Soon as you have done that, you will get this casus belli, claim the electorate, but we will not use it. We will transfer the subject. And as I mentioned, we need to request it from Austria. We need to have 200 relations with them and 80 trust. We already have 200 relations and we have 75 trust. So we wait 1 more month or 2 more months to get the last favor, and we would be able to transfer the electorate. So let's try trust again. Now we are at 80. Thank you, Austria. We are now an elector as soon as we hit the button. Splendid. Thank you, Austria. The Emperor accepts our request. And now we are an elector. Yay! Next goal is we only need to become a kingdom once more. Kingdom is pretty easy, you only need to have 50 prestige. After becoming an elector and we have 50 prestige now, we just need one more thing. To become actually a real kingdom, we need to have 300 development. We have a lot of subjects, but this kind of development is not counting. And as you could see, I did one more war against the Lithuanians and fed my Livonian order. So what we will do is now the last war against the Danish people, and we will end them basically, and with that we will get our last development from them. So let's go for Denmark and let's become a kingdom. Again, my war is already over with Denmark. We will take these provinces here. I would like to take more, but as you can see, the aggressive expansion is pretty high. So we only get these 4 provinces now. Keep our peace deal as short as possible. With that one, we get 100 prestige, and because we are now above 300 development, we can become a kingdom now. Though, to be precise, we are one of the few kingdoms inside of the HRE, next to Bohemia, next to Trier, Cologne, and Austria is currently still the emperor, but we are a great power with Sweden inside of the HRE, and who should stop us now? That's it, already the short guide for Sweden, how to become an elector and how to become the dominant power force in the Baltics. We have a huge income of 10 ducats. It could be more as soon as we get this kind of region here down to the south. So I would like to present you a very short summary. Government reform wise, we start with curtail the noble privileges for additional tax. We do the same with the regional councils for the age ability, 50% local tax modifier. Afterwards, you can go for the land of the churches or the expand temple rights. Both are actually fine. Going down south route, we go meritocratic recruitment for cheaper advisors, and then we go down to aristocratic court for yearly army tradition decay and dipret. Idea wise, we will start with quality, we fill it up. We will afterwards continue with innovative and fill it up too. With these both ideas, we can run an awesome policy, 15% combat infantry ability, and with that you have the first achievement, super trooper. Next thing, third idea, we will go for influence, because we are already an elector inside of the HRE, we want to become the emperor too, and with that it will be easier. On top of that, there will be sooner or later the Protestant Reformation. I strongly suggest to go Protestant. There's another achievement, Lion of the North. With that you can easily get it. Talking about expansion. For Sweden it's very easy to expand into Muscovy. You have still a lot of claims that you can pursue. Additionally, there are a lot of nations inside of Lithuania that you can try to carve out, like Polotsk. Down here there is Galicia, here is Kiev, additionally there's Smolensk. All these kind of provinces you could first court them and later release them as a vassal if you want to add them to the HRE. You could continue doing that in this kind of region too, because there's Tver, there's Rostov, Yaroslavl, Enteron, Ryazan. There are a lot of provinces where you can do that. Going to the south, you will have the possibility in the mission tree to claim the Kingdom of Poland and PU them as soon as you have a Vaza on their throne. With influence, you get additionally diprep, so you could support the heir here in this kind of ability to do that. In my game, it was not possible because Poland got not a PU over Lithuania, so they do not got the elective monarchy. But in your game, if that happens, PU them, and they have claims down to the Ottoman Empire. Following the HRE game and the Ottoman Empire, you have a lot of infantry combat ability, you have a lot of vassals and PUs. There are kingdoms and countries and duchies you can release. For example, here is Germanian, then there's here Saruhan somewhere, and Ardian. So these kind of territories and duchies you can add to the HRE too, but you need to hurry because their cores are only existing until 1594, so you really need to hurry. When you go Protestant and when you lead the League War to victory over the Austrians, try to make them weak already up front. Try to find wars against Austria, maybe to release Styria or the Tiro region to make them weak. Try to find allies that are willingly to join you and help you. We have not talked so much about colonization. Colonization is an option too for Sweden, not as much as, for example, for Norway, because Norway has a part of their ideas to that they get an explorer. Sweden does not have that, but history-wise, they had colonies over here in North America, so you can do that too. But I would strongly suggest going east, make their trade companies to get more money into the Baltic Baltic region and Lübeck trade node. This will be the final words. Do you have claims on all over the north of Germany? And that will be another achievement called Sweden is not OP, where you have to basically own the Baltics and the northern coastline of Germany to get this achievement. It's very close to history. Sweden had some territory over here in the Mecklenburg area, and you can still find today that there are traces of Sweden history inside of Germany. That's it. That's the guide. Thanks a lot for watching. And if you enjoyed what you heard and you have seen and liked this kind of unusual route to become a super trooper electorship with Sweden, please like it and follow me, subscribe to the channel. I will create more funny and crazy things inside of the HRE. This time it was with Sweden. Thanks a lot for watching.